Chair lays out Senate Bill 513.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. For decades, our Second Amendment rights have steadily been eroded by numerous presidential administrations and Congress with no sign of slowing down. While Texans have successfully pushed the legislation in recent sessions to remove some barriers that restrict the carrying of firearms, the desire of those who would trade essential liberty for the illusion of safety and to strip us of our rights to defend ourselves has only intensified. Members, the governor has called for the legislature to make Texas a sanctuary for Second Amendment, and I believe this bill answers that call. SB 513 will prohibit the use of public funds towards the enforcement of federal rules and regulations that exceed those of Texas. Any Texas citizen residing in the relevant jurisdiction could file a complaint backed with evidence to the Attorney General, whose office could then determine the validity of the complaint and file a petition for a writ of mandamus. Any state entity or political subdivision of the state found to be in violation would forfeit all state grant money for the next fiscal year. While other states and the federal governments may continue to work against the Second Amendment, the Texas legislature will stand strong in defending our God-given rights to self-defense. The federal government may pass laws that go against the Second Amendment, but Texas does not need to be a willing accomplice. And I'm happy to take any questions, and I would just say that basically what this does is it throws up some protection from Texas as we hear the railing in Washington about limiting magazine sizes and gun types and other things that will, and red flag laws and things that will erode Texas rights. While the federal government may pass laws to do that, Texas will not be complicit in helping them enforce it on their citizens.
Thank you, Senator. Members, any questions? Hearing none, the Chair opens up invited testimony and calls Rachel Malone as invited testimony. Ms. Malone, welcome. Please state your name, position on the bill, and your testimony. Please begin.
Thank you. My name is Rachel Malone. I'm representing Gun Owners of America and myself, and we are very much in favor of SB 513. I travel around the state of Texas constantly talking to our members, and I've been asking them lately if they have faith in the current federal administration to protect their right to keep and bear arms. As you can imagine, the answer is a resounding no. And if you look at the pending federal infringements that we've seen just in the past couple of months, as well as the history of encroaching infringement, you can understand why. You see the House passing universal background check legislation, which, as we see, universal background checks are something that ends up denying the innocent most of the time the ability to protect themselves. You see executive action threatening to take over and criminalize and make felons overnight of people who are lawful gun owners. For example, with pistol brace pending issues. And there's so much more that's happening even right now, and who knows what's to come in the future. For that reason, so many states across the U.S. right now are looking at similar legislation. Many are passing this. Many have already passed it in one chamber. And if there was ever a time for Texas to stand strong, now's the time. And I want to be clear about what this bill does. It prevents Texas personnel and resources from being used to help enforce federal laws related to firearms, ammunition, and firearms accessories